Remember this? House Democrats have gone viral for their Choose Your Fighter TikTok video, and the party is divided on the trend, with Senator John Fetterman calling it bizarre, but Congressman Jasmine Crockett, who's in that video, is hitting back.
He's not the one to talk about anything. I mean, this is a guy that doesn't seemingly want to own a suit. I'm not really sure. But I don't show up in hoodies when I'm going on the floor. It is important that people see that we're real people. And even if that means that there's a moment to laugh, that's okay, especially since it seems like we're doing more crying than anything. So I just don't think that he's necessarily the one to actually have an opinion about this.
Fox News contributor Joe Concha joins me now. Joe, so it's Democrats Crockett versus Fetterman in this particular fight. What do you think about it?
I think that the Democratic Party is having a civil war on cable news in real time, and that's not good for the party right now, Carly, when you consider that they are polling at their lowest in history in terms of approval, in terms of favorability. And if you're a Republican, if you're a Trump supporter, you want Jasmine Crockett on your air as much as possible, because this is a person that says very provocative things, very stupid things at times. And quite frankly, John Fetterman is one of the few voices of reason within the Democratic Party who says that we do have to work with the other side. We're in the minority right now. We don't have the White House. We don't have the Senate. We don't have the House. We don't have the Supreme Court. So you got to read the room here. And the Jasmine Crockett's and the AOCs of the world, if they want to play rebels at this point, okay, roll the dice and take your chances. But Fetterman is right. He was right to vote for the CR last week, for example, that some Democrats helped push across the line. If Democrats want to, again, in this case, be the party of resistance, okay, that's fine, but you don't have the numbers to do that right now, and it's just not working. So this civil war is going to be a real problem for the Democrats because you have an extreme side fighting a reasonable side, and the extreme side seems to get more airtime at this point.
Yeah, and I think that members of Congress now know that if you make one of these trending videos, you will be asked about it on one of the Sunday shows many days later, which is a lesson in and of itself, avoid at all cost.
Yeah.
So the folks over at Fox News Digital spoke to comedian Andrew Schulz recently, which is pretty cool. They talked about the presidential election, and he said that this election was decided on how people feel about wokeness.
Yeah, I saw that article, and it was an excellent read. Everybody should go to foxnews.com and read this. Yeah, wokeness is a thing that most Americans just reject at this point. We see it with Disney, for example, and every movie that they put out. Snow White coming out next week, for example, is going to be a disaster. It used to be billion-dollar movies for Disney, not a problem. It's a layup. Now this movie, they keep delaying as far as the introduction and putting out stars in front of microphones, because they're saying all the wrong things that many Americans just kind of yawn at and say, forget it. So at this point, Carly, wokeness is dead. I think it's pretty clear that that's the case. Political incorrectness is in. Authenticity is in as well, and wokeness is everything but that.
Yeah, he also said, I think that now the pendulum has swung. We're past wokeness. Wokeness is done. We've moved on. The country has spoken loud and clear. Unanimous victory for Trump. He ran on anti-woke, so in a lot of ways, the result, the election was decided based on how people felt about wokeness, and they were like, we're going too far in that direction. And he also said that this doesn't mean that you can't have progress. He said people push forward without restrictions on people's lives or making people feel guilty about what they view as normal, which I thought was a pretty interesting distinction to make as well.
Yeah, I mean, you have a young son, Brock. I have two kids, and I try to teach them on a daily basis that you will be measured ultimately in this country based on how hard you work and what your accomplishments are. It's called meritocracy, and it's based all on not what you look like in terms of skin color, in terms of sexual orientation, in terms of ideology, but how hard you work, how well you do in school, and ultimately you will be whatever you want to be in this world. Wokeness is all against that. It's all about checking off boxes, and that's a whole bowl of wrong, and the American people have rejected it, quite frankly.
Yeah, okay, so from comedy to Hollywood, Mark Wahlberg moved from California to Las Vegas a few years ago. He recently shot a movie with Mel Gibson, who directed it, called Flight Risk. They shot it in Las Vegas. And he recently said the production experience in Vegas was top-notch. This is Mel Gibson speaking. I am certain Vegas will accommodate Mark in a big way. I look forward to coming back for big budget movies. I mean, it is so expensive to film movies in California, so people are looking for alternatives. Yeah. Should California be concerned about this?
They should, and it's been going on for years, quite frankly, Carly. You see so many movies that are filmed in other places to look like California, to look like Los Angeles, for example, when they may be in Toronto, when they may be in Las Vegas, when they may be in Europe, for quite frankly, which Mel Gibson bought up as well, is even cheaper to film over there. So overall, California is in big trouble, right? Highest homeless rate in the country, highest taxes in the country, highest poverty rate in the country. More people are leaving California for states like Tennessee, Texas, and Florida than staying there at this point. And Mel Gibson, who has lived there for a very long time and has done some of the biggest movies of our time, understands that. So, yeah, they have to wake up. But until that happens, until Gavin Newsom, for example, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell, until they have new leadership, nothing's going to change, Carly. But what is good is that you're wearing green. I'm wearing green. This is a good thing. It's St. Patrick's Day. I would imagine you'll be on Fifth Avenue by around 10 a.m. this morning, I would imagine, if the Carly Simpkins of the past is still there.
I probably will not be, but we are going to be speaking to a bar owner later in the show from Boston, which is the #1 city to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in. So the meaning of today is not lost on us, Joe. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Pack the car and have it yard. Have fun with that Boston bar owner. I lived there once.
All
Bye.
right, Todd, over to you. Bye.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.